So Nijikiwi just kind of killed the Spike Paragon. Not in every scenario. It's probably just as good in free play, but check these changes out. First off, they increased the mob damage from 140 to 240 on the main Spike. So what's the big deal? Well, the mini Spike Storm lost that 100 damage that was given to the main. This is a change that mostly affects it in bosses in a really, really big way, because here's how the Spike Factory works. At least in bosses, all bosses will clear projectiles on the screen when it spawns in, which includes the Spike Factory spikes. However, because it has a set of mini spikes, those spikes can still stay on the track and do damage to it. And so you may have seen on this channel several months ago that I used it to insta-kill bosses in ranked events. And so by moving that damage now from the mini to the main, it's essentially an over 50% nerf to that strategy. Big rip. So what am I going to do in this boss run? Well, I'm still going to see if the Spike Paragon is viable at all. Or rather, how much damage can we do to it? Can we still insta-kill it if given the perfect scenario, perfect stalling, max spikes? A couple other stipulations. I did set this as a ranked run, so you're going to see a penalty timer pop up. If you've seen what some of the organizers have done in boss tournaments, though, I'm going to take a page out of their book and make it so that in this run, we're not going to care about the time penalty at all. Only if I'm intentionally stalling is that not allowed, but otherwise, we don't have to worry about not beating around fast enough. Because that stuff is kind of annoying and well, this is not like a real boss event in the first place. So I'm only competing against myself. I didn't want to bend things too much though, and even though I can survive with a dart and Geraldo, I did add a shooty turret on the right side, and that kind of stopped the penalty from going any higher than 1 minute. Anyway, basic farming up until round 30, where now we're going to sell the NFT to go for a Monkeyoplis, a mini Monkeyoplis. So just upgrade all of these farms to 202, sell all of them, get a 000 farm under 2 discounts, buy 2 of these, sell 1 of these, and there we go. Easy as 1, 2 tree, and then sell this to accelerate farms a little bit more with base farm over here. Boom. Real OGs may recall back in the early days of rank bossing that Spike Factory is not the Spike Paragon, but Spike Factories were used to insta-kill bosses until they added the change where projectiles like expire upon bosses spawning. I mention that because that does mean I can't really do much build up into Spike Paragon. My insta-kills for tier 1 and 2 are probably not going to be Spike related, but I think if I farm well enough, I can afford a Spike Paragon to defend tier 3. And surely, a degree 1 should still be good enough for that, even if at half effectiveness. We'll see. Speaking of half effectiveness, you may have seen a change where they nerfed the flavor trades. And now will only give you 4% extra sellback instead of 10. But it's stackable again, up to 3. Unfortunately, I am too poor to be able to get more than 1, I don't think. So that's a big shame. I also think I'm too poor to afford 5 first strikes to insta-kill Luminaries here, so I think we'll go for attack strategy instead. And also, apparently going for 2 flavors is worth it. So if we do that, let's see how much money as we have now upon selling everything. 56k. Again, I'm not competing against anybody, so I'm perfectly okay if this is not optimal. If it's like 30 seconds or 40, I think it's okay. Let's see. How fast is Super Brittle? Plus 4 overdrives. Pretty good, I think. It is on pace for sub 40 seconds. Now, I did get a Morglaives, but I'm pretty sure a Morglaives is not strong enough to defend this. So once I get overwhelmed, I'll start dropping a Maelstrom. Probably 2 of them, or hopefully just 1 can do it. Nah, definitely 2. And also, yup, this was sub 30, so I'll take it. I'll take that shit and run. Alright, sadly, round 41 started. That's what happens when you take too long to beat a round. So, is it worth it to get back a flavor trades? Man, this sucks. This nerf sucks big cheeks. I think it is, just to get 4% more in this guy, which is... I don't want to do the math right now. I don't want to think about those things. But by all accounts, we should get back a Monkeyoplis. I guess I'll sell these now. Very ugly, but that's the way she goes. I also greeted for a BRF, so I'm gonna have to buy my trap in the middle of the round. I make enough money, right? Surely I don't die to, Regal Rainbows here. Surely I can hold on. Surely. Nope. Take 2, I did things a little bit more optimally, so I have a little bit more money this round, and there we go. Trap will spawn over here, and I am good. Not that justification is really needed, but in case you were wondering why maybe not do this in a real boss event, well, that's because if the Spike Paragon got nerfed, then it's most likely not going to be used much, right? At least, again, that's what it sounds like on paper. Basically, it's hard to showcase stuff of nerfs. I think nerfs ultimately are necessary to keep in check the power creep and balance in this game, but I don't know if they really needed to hit the Spike Factory specifically, because honestly, it was a very fun, I guess, overpowered method. But the thing is, it was still niche in the fact that there are many bosses where the Spike Paragon just doesn't work well against. Bloons is probably one of the few that do work well. But with a lot of the other bosses, sometimes the spikes will just only work for one skull, like Phase, for example, before it jumps forward, or Vortex, where literally everything gets deleted. So I don't know. I guess I'm not a fan of nerfs when they hit fun stuff like this. It also was really hard to insta-kill an entire 2-5 in the first place. I think I sweated really hard, and I still wasn't able to pull it off. So that should say even more about how much it was a non-issue, at least from my point of view. And also, with this flavored traits nerf, how do you even go for Banana Central now? Do you go for 2 of these, or 3 to sell Central Markets? I think 3. Actually, wait, no, not 3, not 3. If I remember, there's a max sellback cap of 95%. So, the Central Markets already have 85 because of bottom crosspath. Therefore, 2 of them already cap you out, basically. They start at 87 because of Monkey Knowledge, and then 2 gets you to 95. So yeah, this was a waste, sadly. But whatever, it made me $1,000 in the process. Let's go now. And indeed, I can make it by selling literally everything. Big. Okay, so the tier 2 insta-kill is going to be pretty simple. I am just going to get 10 first strikes with 2 rejuve potions from Jerry. I forgot to mention that you spend 4k on Geraldo level 11 early, so you can get it in time. Seems like I'm about 10k short of the last first strike, but I should be able to get it very, very soon. Without selling these BRFs here, please. Please? Okay, there we go. The first strikes might be popping the ramps too quickly, though, that I might not get number 10. Whoops. How far is it? Okay. 5 seconds away, whatever. Proof of concept. Alright, forgot. I have to drop a Maelstrom for the Bloons insides. So, bring it on. Let's, wow, I don't have the money yet. There we go. 9 first strikes now. I think the 10th one, okay, it did go off good. 10 more. 10 more. Maelstrom now. And, actually, I'm not sure if the Maelstrom can beat all the BFBs in time. Because there is, like, a 50% downtime. I guess I have to crosspath. Which one's better? I guess this one. More uptime. Let me now use this time to sell all of the 10 flavoreds that I've got. Or, not flavoreds, but first strikes. And back to BRF stacking. Also, uh-oh. Downtime. Downtime. I'm gonna have to drop 1 Maelstrom. Even an 052 is not reliable enough. I'm also taking way too long to beat just the BFBs here. Man, oh, what the hell? No. Oh my god, the Maelstrom got Pierce capped. When have you seen that? New plan, let's redo the Maelstrom round. This time, outbuff it and Jungle Drums. Although that doesn't really solve this issue here. I think that 1 extra Maelstrom should help, though. Come on. That was a lot more annoying than it should have been, but there we go. I guess I should get a big trap now so I can stop worrying about the mobs coming in. Yeah, that would be good. Now, this is far from the biggest Monkey-Opolis I can possibly get, but I'm just gonna get one on the right side now. Sell the old one for it. This is only 9 farms. Can I fit a 10th one, actually? If so, I can't. I'll do it. And indeed, nice. I can do number 10, although now I don't have money, but I can do this. Collect trap. There we go. Big suck. I love it when my village can do the big suck. Get back a quick Monkey City here. Monkey City, the Monkey-Opolis itself. And because I believe spikes last 4 rounds, we only need to get the Spike Paragon starting round 76. So I have 8 more rounds to make about 800k. How hard can that be? Probably gotta sell some farms in the process. Something about the bottom side of the map doesn't feel right. I feel like I can fit so many more farms, but I don't know. I guess it didn't pixel perfectly properly. Now, technically, I don't have to get Spike Paragon exactly in 76, because 76 lasts, like, what, 3 seconds? I can probably get it on 77 and be fine. No, 78, 78. I think I have to greed out every dollar I can at this point, because it's not looking good. I need to sell a lot every round earlier. I have to buy Spike. Okay, it doesn't seem like we have to sell a whole lot to afford it, but given I have to spend another 100 plus K on the other Spike upgrades, I do have to sell a lot more. Let's see. Once your mines is already down to 500. I need to sell 300k worth of stuff. Wow, that sucks. Well, this one definitely goes first. I kind of don't want to build this back again, but it would be the easiest thing to sell. We'll sell all the BRFs around here because these have the most amount of flavor traits around them. I couldn't fit... Oh, I can fit a third one in the cauldron here. For 4% more, sell back. Good. I'll just get rid of the entire right side here. And that should be no biggie. There we go. Alright, if degree 1 does not work with about 2 minutes, I believe, of build-up, I'm gonna be so disappointed. In the meantime, I guess I should set target a little bit further back, and then have the trap in front so it can eat up stuff. Here comes the moment of truth. I didn't use the spiky head ability yet, but I'll do it in the middle of the round. Bring it on. Use the attack speed bonus, and come on. One shot. What? Okay, this might have been my bad. It's possible I put the spikes a little bit too far forward, so that a lot of them didn't actually hit on Blooners, but still, that kind of looked bad, did it not? And also, why does it stop doing damage? Hello? Hello? Why isn't spikes dropping, or why aren't spikes dropping? We're stuck at 190k damage, even though this thing is supposed to do damage. Okay, there we go. I think it was because Spike again, right? Spike again was did most of the damage there. You know what? Let me go back to the start of 78. The placement was a bit of a my bad. I think it can do a little more damage than what it showed there. Now, in case I didn't explain what happened there clearly enough, basically, the mini spikes are not concentrated like the main spikes. They explode in an area. If you put it too far forward, the spikes won't do damage on Blooners immediately. This is literally on top, though, so if it's still the same amount of damage, that would suck a lot. So bring it on. No, they're definitely all hitting, and it's still 500k. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong then. It just naturally sucked. Now, perhaps that's a bit unfair because maybe the degree 1 is just really bad in general. So I need degree 21. But even with that, come on, 500k damage. If I got it 1 round earlier, yeah, things would have been a lot different. Man, missing just I think 1 extra spike I think cost me 20 seconds on that, but it is what it is. I definitely don't think I want to. I don't know if I want to do a Spike Paragon for Tier 4. Tier 4 Elite Blooners get this 4 times the HP. And the rounds are shorter, so I can't really stall it. So, you know what? We'll save for a very big Spike Paragon on Tier 5. For Tier 4, though, I'll probably just do stuff like an Engineer. Because, right, you can Engineer a Power Glove, the triple MF, so that kind of helps. Friendly reminder that I believe you need about degree 40, 41 on the Engineer Paragon to get full uptime on Power Glove. So we're going to aim for that for Tier 4. If I can't get 41, I'll probably just drop a couple Paragon Totems. Also, to save a bit more money, let's Chinook Geraldo under the Energizer, so he can get level 20 a little bit faster. Gee, a Robo Farmer sure would be nice right now. Oh wait, it's ranked mode, so I'm not allowed any quality of life. And I now must painstakingly move my cursor in circles every single round to collect every BRF crate here. Very fun. Okay, NG is still not even at degree 40, even with like 4 Paragon Totems, so I think I'm gonna use some Cash Lighter. I have a lot of excess cash. It's, I think, more efficient to use Cash Lighter and cheaper Paragons than on more expensive ones like Spike. So we'll save from spending any more Paragon Totems on the NG and have the rest focus on Spike. Just a quick 180k stack, and after getting NG, what I should do is get a Stewart Mines up here. We want to now make sure that Spike Factories get all the pops and not the Engineer, so just stuff a crap ton of stuff up at the entrance. Oh yeah, and get back Ultra Boost because I wanna keep Ultra Boosting this guy for more damage. This here is going to be an intentionally slow tier, so just bear with me here. We'll just see how long it takes for Engineer to do it, and see how much Spike Paragon gets, or the Spike Factory gets in the process. So bring it on, and get ready to explode one sentry right about now. That did 400k damage. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really, really slow. Probably a 1 minute kill. But the thing is, I can't go for another Paragon because I have a bunch of Paragon totems I want to use. I want to use on the Spike Factory. Getting a fast kill would have to involve probably getting rid of the entire farm setup and building a VTSG or something like that if I didn't want it dead. So yeah, we'll take the hit. Again, the thing I'm most curious about is how long or how much it can chunk out of tier 5 with pretty much the maximum setup. I think we can get at least degree 81 on the Spike Factory. Degree 81 I consider a success. And also, can I Chinook this Sewer Mines down here in the meantime? Just squeeze in a bit more damage. If I can find the sentries, I forgot where I haven't put them. Great. I want to sell them at the point where I can one-shot the rest of the skull, so I'm not going to be able to find it. I have to put on small everything. I'm trying to find the other two sentries. Okay, there's one. Where's the blue one? Oh, it's MIA. Great. I'll sell that one. I don't want to sell the whole NG. I think we'll just have to leave it be. Yep, that was about a 2-minute tier 4. Ah, well, Spike Factory back up at the entrance, and once again, we wait until round 116 to blow everything. Even with this being a heavily unoptimized farming run, god boy is it exhausting. Probably, most likely because of the endless rounds that I have to keep collecting bananas manually. I hate to keep bringing it up, but I feel like I do have to stress just how time-consuming it is to get a quote-unquote good boss run in, because this has taken well in excess of an hour or two. A clean run would take at least 6. Anyway, we're currently at degree 70 with the 20 Paragon totems. Do I have max cash lighter? I do not yet. 88. Let me sell some farms now. How about now? Perfect. Oh, it's still 88. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. 200k cash lighter gives you the exact same degree. In a perfect world, I would have loved to gun for a 91 because 91 you get a Pierce bonus. Every degree ending with 1 for Spike Factory. So we just missed that threshold, although granted, each threshold closer to 100 gets harder and harder to reach. And at this point, I'm gonna change my mind on what I said earlier. I know I said earlier I wasn't going to intentionally stall, but I can tell you right now, if I do not intentionally stall round 116 to 119, the damage is going to be pitiful. Like, just know that. I would estimate the damage output would be a 4th if we did not stall. Now, with that being said, I might not even be able to stall very well because the spikes have to be put close to the entrance. And the Spike Factory has, like, passive spikes over the entire map, so it'll passively do damage to the balloons coming in. Meaning, yeah, I can't quite get a full 5-minute stall, which I believe is how long spikes last. I'll try my best though, like I'll add Super Glue, more Balloon Crush, and Absolute Zero, but there's still a chance that 116 ends before the penalty timer starts ticking up. Ideally, I like to have this penalty timer be like 3 minutes before it ends, but yeah, it didn't even go up, so this is another issue in itself. Even if you try to stall spikes out for a tier 5, it's hard to do. Like 117, no bueno. It has never been so over. And also, I realized I made a mistake on tier 4. I should have sold Ultra Boost before starting tier 4. I lost Paragon and Power because of that, and that probably made tier 4 a little bit slower, but who's counting? Yep, didn't stall 118 either. That was the last round that I could have attempted. Like, let me warn you in advance, guys, this is going to look so ugly. I'm gonna estimate 5 million out of the 40 million is gonna pop. Actually, no, it is degree 88, so 10 million. 10 million. No, 8 million is my guess. Place your bets in the next 3 seconds, because I'm gonna bring it on right now. Let's take a look. 40 million to 25. Okay, that was better than I expected. But still, before this update, that would have been 10 million HP left, mind you. Again, it got nerfed by over half. And that was with imperfect stalling, wow. If I was somehow able to stall out some of those rounds from 116 to 119, then we definitely could have gotten an insta-kill pre-update. But oh well. Again, I think Spike Paragon will still be used because ultimately it is 15 million damage in 1 second that no Paragon can really match. But it definitely cannot be your only Paragon for rank bossing, I don't believe. You definitely need other stuff to help finish off the rest. And so tier 5 is going to take about a minute this time, giving us a final kill before penalty of about sub 5 minutes, which isn't bad. Well, it wouldn't be a bad score 3 years ago. Nowadays, I think the standard is like 1 minute, 2 minutes. I'm not even kidding. People have gotten so much faster. Anyway, let me know what you think about this Spike Paragon nerf. I mean, I don't think anybody really thinks positively of any nerfs, but sometimes nerfs are justified. I'm not sure this is justified personally, but again, let me know what you think, and click here for more.